Anyone remember this? If not, you might see it happening again. Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie, and I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. I hope you had yourself a great week and weekend. I was actually on vacation this past week. That's why the channel was a little bit different this past week. But here we are, hopping back into the world of Magic the Gathering, and we have the start of Commander Masters spoiler season, and so far things are not looking super great. So I want to give you a little overview from my perspective as a store owner and some of the things that I'm seeing people talk about, but then I want to give you a couple little tidbits that I think people might be overlooking with this set, that there's still hope for what lies within Commander Masters. So first and foremost, the box prices on everything is absolutely insane. If you go to gamegrove.gg, you can see the pre-orders that I have up. That is the lowest that I can put boxes without it being like not worth covering and carrying these products. It's the lowest that it's worth doing from a store owner perspective, even to make 10, 15, 20% profit margins, rather than just going on Amazon or going on TCG Player and dumping. People on TCG Player are basically losing money at this point already with Commander Masters. And so the box prices are increased, which is putting a lot of pressure on this product because the allocations for stores, we put in our order and usually we get some cuts, non-existent. Basically got everything that I asked for as a store, and I even asked for a little bit and then asked for more later as I kind of got more excited about the set, and no cuts at all on any of the product. So that's a little bit worrisome also based, when you add those two things together, the increased supply, hypothetically, if no one's getting cuts, there's more supply, mixed with the increased price, doesn't really line up for like a Lord of the Rings type experience where the demand is outpacing the supply. And now you've got this and let me go back to that. That is by far the biggest issue with this set from my perspective, is the increase in price point, particularly with the set booster boxes. I don't understand who the market is for those boxes, but we will see if people actually end up spending the money, or if this turns into like a Baldur's Gate scenario where we had increased pricing and it kind of all just dropped. Now, spoiler season, it's been, this is why I brought out the iconic Masters box. It's been not super great. It hasn't been bad. Obviously, Jeweled Lotus is in there with a absolutely beautiful reprint, and I think that card alone and that function and that version of the card will help sell some of the collector boxes. It's a gorgeous card. That card, you've got, I think we saw Cyclonic Rift, a reprint. But the rest of the reprints haven't seemed that amazing yet. And I don't know if Wizards just, there's a lot more time here in the spoiler season. Maybe some more things will come out that'll excite the populace and people will get a little bit more excited. But at the end of the day, you're starting to see the reprint equity that Wizards of the Coast can put into these products kind of wean off. You've got secret layers. Look at, I think tomorrow we're going to do a video on the Grand Abolisher, or maybe this weekend we'll do a video on the Grand Abolisher. It was a secret layer card 2 weeks ago. It was an $18 card 2 weeks ago. They put it in a secret layer, it ended, and now it's in Commander Masters. And so they're running out of this reprint equity that they can put into these products to really make it worth what they are trying to charge. I almost feel like they should be charging less for Commander Master sets than they have previously, because the reprint equity just isn't there anymore. And we will see, time will tell as we go into this, the continuing spoiler season, if they are able to put things in the set that drive people to want to open it and to want to buy the set. But right now, the initial spoilers seem a little bit weak. That being said, you could see a lot more. But here's the caveat that I want to talk about. This is where, that's the negative thing that everyone's talking about. There's obviously some negativity. There's obviously a lot of worrying from store perspective. I'm there. But I want to talk about some other thoughts, and that is that this is really the first Master set that we've seen that has new cards in it. And we haven't seen Wizards do this. We've seen the Commander decks come out, for Commander 2020, and they had really, really great cards, but they weren't included in the Masters product. And in this set, we have 10 new cards per deck that are going to actually be in the collector booster boxes in a specialty slot. And this is the thing that I think could save Well, it could save the collector boxes. They are not in the set boxes or the draft boxes. So it's not gonna, this item, this conversation isn't gonna save the set or the draft boxes, but it could save the collector boxes, and the commander decks I think are already really popular. Is if they put those cards, those 10 new cards, and they are high power level cards. I'm talking like commander staples, where if you don't buy the sliver deck and you have a sliver deck, you're gonna need that card. You're gonna want that card in your deck. Those unique and new cards that are within the Commander Master set, in the Commander decks, could drive a ton of demand for the extended art versions and that kind of thing within the collector box. So that's the biggest question mark I have right now when it comes to the collector's boxes and the decks. And honestly, I'm feeling very, very good about the decks and the collector boxes. You know, the price point is not increased as much. It's very similar to like a double masters collector box, which sold fantastically. I don't know if that's a word, but it sold phenomenally. It was a really good, those collector boxes sold really well. We still have people buy the individual packs and that kind of thing. And the price increase on the collector boxes wasn't that much. And the price increase on the commander decks was a lot, but it seems like the demand for them has been very good. I have a ton of pre-orders on my website already for that. And in store, people are really excited for the commander decks. So those 10 cards in each deck is gonna be the story, in my opinion, for those products. And maybe the frame break foils for the collector boxes, if those hold some premium, the collector box could be okay there too. And then the last thing that no one's really, talking about, we've mentioned a couple of times on the channel, is the list slot. And frankly, that is the wild card here. That is the wild card for the set boxes, is if the list slot has something just incredible in it, something just really, really mind-boggling, those cards being something that everybody really wants and them really upping the level of the list slot. That's the only thing that can save the set packs. That's it. Set boxes are going to completely get obliterated unless the list slot is insane, and we haven't heard much about that. I don't know, we've talked about, do they do some sort of reprint where they don't tell us that they reprinted reserve list cards or something like that, but they're just in the list slot and we find out over the next 2 weeks and, somebody pulls a really good card from the list and they didn't really tell us what was in that list. I don't know how that's going to work, but if the set boxes work, it's because they put something in that list slot, because the rest of the packs and the set boxes, what they're saying is in there, it's just not going to be worth it. So this is a very interesting release off the back of Lord of the Rings, where everybody spent so much money and there was so much value. You had the serialized cards and all that stuff. This is going to be a really interesting release on the back of that. Very curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section as you've been watching Spoiler Season. Are you excited for this set? Are you not excited for this set? What commander decks are you looking for? What commander decks are you excited about? And then if you are interested in supporting the channel and pre-ordering, you can head to gamegrove.gg. I'm going to try to have some patron deals up for this set. I'm just getting allocations now. So anyway, hopefully you have yourselves a fantastic day. Be kind to the people around you. Let me know what you think about Commander Masters in the comment section below.